my fellow Earth signs, and welcome to your spring 2021 intuitive energy forecast. My name's Lisa Lyle. This is my space here on YouTube. If you haven't already, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button and that little notification bell. That is a really small, easy way that you can show your support of this channel as well as myself and the work that I do. So thank you very much for that. I'm excited because I was guided to do something different. Everything's changing so quickly for all of us. And spring 2021 for Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, the earth signs, feels that this is really a time where we are being asked to trust our instincts, believe in our dreams of heaven on earth, and take action towards the manifestation of our dreams in each and every day with each and every breath that we take. So before I get right into it, I just want to say for the month of March, I am continuing to offer soul messages and intuitive chakra balances, each for $88. And there is a new offering that is available this month, and that is called the Elemental Soul. And those messages are phenomenal. They're soul messages expanded, and they're really, they have been very beautiful, and those are $111. So if you are interested in any of those offerings, you can find details in the description box below. So let's get right into it for Taurus at 144, and let's see what Mother Gaia, the ways in which Mother Gaia is supporting and encouraging Taurus throughout this spring season. So we're looking at March, April, May, and into June. Well, end of March through to mid-June. This is a time of peace for you, Taurus. And it says dissolving unwanted or disturbing thoughts. So it feels for you, Taurus, what I'm just feeling into is that you have been fixed within a particular mindset for quite some time. And that has actually got you feeling a little stuck, like in deep mud. I'm hearing quicksand energy, and it's going to take some effort to move you out of this. And the number one suggestion or advice for you is to get out in the sunshine. This is a number 26, so it's an 8. Your eternal soul is guiding you, and your eternal soul is guiding you towards clearing negativity from your experience, regardless of what you have experienced, what has happened in your life. This is an opportunity for a complete reset, and it's almost as if, we're taking everything that we know and flipping it on its head. And through that flipping process, or as a part of that flipping process, there is a need for acceptance. Accepting life on life's terms, what is, what has been. And the what has been, it's really important to release that with love and let it go. And let it, I'm hearing, percolate, rejuvenate, and transform through this energy of love. Your solar plexus. It feels like there is a call for you to honor your emotions, because it's your emotions that are keeping you, I'm feeling like, in this disturbed state, in this unpeaceful state. And what they're saying is that it's really easy for you to get to this place of peace by simply pausing for a moment. And pausing and just breathing, like feel into your breath. Place your hands on your solar plexus and feel into your breath, and know that when you are living in the moment, so when you're in the past, you can be depressed, wishing for what has been and what's come and gone. When you're in the future, you're worried about things that haven't even manifested yet. And a part of that worrying process also almost calls, well, not almost, it does draw that energy towards you. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to pause and be present in the moment with your breath. And, even if it takes placing your hand on your heart just to reestablish your connection with this beautiful, sacred, peaceful space, and sit within this. Sit within, get out in the sunshine. Feel the warmth of the sun on your face. Because what I'm hearing is that you are your own worst enemy. And your thoughts are the ties that bind you to unwanted experiences. And then you got this card from Archangel Michael, the Angel of Hearts, Truth. And it's a number 9. What is your truth? What rings true for you? Because it feels like a part of the dissolving of the unwanted thoughts and negative thoughts and disturbing thoughts is these aren't true. The thoughts that you're telling yourself over and over again are not truth. You are asked to get quiet, come into stillness so that you can discern and extricate your truth, and then begin to live it through your heart in your power, deeply rooted and connected to the earth, and yet a little more like that Virgo energy, less fixed like Taurus, and a little more mutable, a little more flexible to the winds of change, to the changing of the seasons. It does feel like spring is really asking you to honor yourself and all that you have been through, all that you have experienced, and the blessings and yet to come, and the life yet to be experienced through the energetic stream of unconditional love. Archangel Michael walks closely with you, and he's saying this is a time of completion, of living within the paradigm of falsehoods, so untruth. And only you can discern within your experience, within your daily life, what rings true for you and what doesn't. Who else got this? Aries. So if you have any Aries in your chart, you may want to go back and have a listen to their message, because they received this message too from their higher self. This process of going into this peaceful space and honoring your truth uncovers your gifts that are present for you in the here and now. And I'm hearing they have always been present for you. They've always been present for you, and yet you have been unwilling to look and even begin to open them. And through the energy, like that, your higher self is streaming this energy of unconditional love directly to you, wanting you to open up, wanting you to trust your intuition, trust your gifts, because this is your power. The unconditional love is your power as well as your psychic gifts. We have been led to believe for a long time, throughout eons of time, that only some are gifted, only some are psychic and intuitive. In fact, we all are. And it's just about, are we willing to open our gifts? Are we willing to believe in ourselves as we believe in others? Are we willing to believe in the wisdom and vision of our peaceful heart? So your flower of life is this beauty. And it talks about wisdom. This is so perfect. It says, activate your inner wisdom and allow the equal amount of positive and negatives about your experience or situation to enter your awareness. And as I'm reading this, what they're showing me is a piece of paper with a line down the center, pros and cons. So perhaps you want to, and sometimes with a pen in hand and paper and writing things out is actually a very cathartic and therapeutic process, because then we can actually see what our thoughts are in black and white or blue and white. So I really feel that this is for you to sit and mark down what you find or have found negative about your experience, and then counter that with all the positive, because the positive and negative exist within the same experience. It's just about retraining the mind to focus on and pull out the gift of the positive, and the blessing of the negative also, because we need the positive and negative to balance the energy, to harmonize, right? So, allow the positives and negatives about your experience or situation to enter your awareness. When this occurs, they cancel each other out. Balance, 0 point. Healing happens, and all resistance about that situation or experience melts away. You are left feeling soft and easy. The veil of illusion parts, and you have this aha moment that may go something like this. Now I understand why that was here in my life. That makes so much sense. My life is always showing me how to come back into balance so I can see and feel my higher wisdom. Today, look where your dreams are in your life instead of where they are not. You are wise. Open your inner eye. So let's see what crystal energy is coming through to support Taurus through the spring. Oh, perfect. This is sodalite. It may be hard to see it here, but it's a beautiful blue stone. Throat chakra, truth, Archangel Michael. This stone is helping you to get comfortable, and I'm hearing refamiliar with your divine truth. And your divine truth is not dependent on the approval or understanding of anyone else. It's the truth that you know, and this stone is really seeking to connect you with it, to support you in moving forward and manifesting from the innate wisdom that resides within your DNA. So, what a beautiful reading, Taurus. Thank you so much for being here. And now we're moving on to Virgo. Don't forget, Taurus, drop a comment down below. Let me know how your message felt. Please do feel free to share this. Give me a thumbs up, and don't forget, subscribe. And share the love with friends and family as you are so guided. Thank you. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what's in store for us Virgos this spring. Oh, this is beautiful. And that one wants to come too. Beautiful. Okay, so the one that flipped out was Ganesh, Lord Ganesh, number 31. And Ganesh is all about clearing away obstacles, clearing our path. And what I'm hearing is trust that your path is clear. And the only obstacles that still exist, this was being said for Taurus as well, are those of the mind. And they're very limiting, and they confine you within this box. So 4 to me is always about, first of all, angelic connections. So you have a strong connection to the angelic realms, and they work with you, and they work with you through symbolism and numbers. And of course, they speak to you through your heart and in the dream time. So pay attention. 4 is also about, I used to see it as this box, structures, the foundation of the house. And now I actually see that most of these structures were erected upon partial truths, outright lies, and falsehoods. So we're having this global collective tower moment. And what we are giving birth to is this spiral of light, this recognition that in human form, everything is cyclical, like the seasons. Spring is, here in the Northern Hemisphere, it's this, everything's coming to life again. In the South, everything's beginning to rest, to go into that rest period. Here, though, it's like everything's coming to life. The sun is in the sky longer in each day. And this is really about you knowing your path is cleared. And if you're feeling like blockages on your path, calling on Ganesh, calling on Ganesh to guide you to the innate wisdom within your experience. This is, Ganesh is speaking to me today also about family and home, really taking care of the home front. Virgos, we love to do that, right? I spent quite a bit of time actually this morning shifting the energy in my bedroom and just getting things flowing, just changing the flow of energy in that space to be more supportive to me, more like a nest. So it does feel like there is this need to clear the cobwebs, if you will, the proverbial spring cleaning, and really focus your attention on the home that you live within, including your physical body. Okay, and it says clearing away obstacles, guidance, and protection. So knowing that you are protected as you bring forth your creations, because here's the second card we received. It's number 7, the goddess of creation, transformation, creativity, and wholeness. And if you're anything like me, it feels like it's been a long dark winter for a couple of years now. But that fog is clearing. That fog is clearing, and the last years of your experience have really brought you to this place of clarity, of a refined connection to your spine, a refined connection to your innate gifts, and beginning to allow them to flow, knowing that everything has transformed. In the last year, in the last month, in the last handful of years, everything has changed, and all was in support of your ability to co-create in your now moment, in your experience of the eternal now. Whenever you may be catching these messages, whether it's 5 years from now or whether it's actually, in March or April of 2021, knowing that these messages at any time you connect are letting you know that everything that you have experienced has brought you to this point, and it feels like a deep healing has taken place, and is going to continue to take place throughout the spring to support your expanded creativity, um, to support healing and the upliftment of all beings, all beings on Mother Gaia. And look at this, we've got this twin soul energy coming in again, 31 and 31 from 2 different decks. And my ear is going like crazy now, my right ear. And from Archangel Michael, we get this message, the Ancient of Days, the Eternal Flame, number 31. So if you haven't figured it out already, we are eternal souls here having a temporary human experience. As eternal souls, when we transition from the physical, our love and our light continues to grow and expand as an extension of what we have created, what we have experienced here on Earth. With that being said, I'm really being guided to, with all of these together, what I'm really feeling is that everything that has stood in your way, along the way, has brought you to this now moment where you are able to connect the past, the present, and live the past and the future and merge them in the present and call forth the wisdom, the gifts, the sacred connection that resides within you from the most ancient of days. And I'm feeling ancient Egypt and even Viking energy here. It's like this real stew pot, if you will, of all of your experiences. And all of your experience want to create this new foundation based on truth and integrity. So that I keep hearing, Virgo, it's about you giving your permission to allow your truth to flow through. Allow your wisdom to flow through. Stop judging yourself. Stop being down on yourself. Stop criticizing yourself. And just breathe in the support. Breathe into the new creations. Breathe into your own magic. Because your magic, Virgo, is unmatched. Your ability to ride the waves and overcome the pain of the day. Here we've got shifting, and this came through for either one of the fire signs. I don't know which one. I can't remember. Maybe Aries. And it's coming through again for you too, Virgo. We are shifting from this idea of limitation, this idea of external control over the divine being. And we are shifting into this energy where all souls are honored, all souls are respected just because, because it's their innate birthright, and we all came here to play a very important role. And as the spring moves on, I feel like you are going to be rapidly experiencing shifts, Virgo, where you're just moving from one to the next and everything flows with ease. It's coming easy because you are working back in alignment with your higher self. You are allowing yourself to be spirit driven, spirit guided instead of ego driven. This is about healing, healing the whole, not just your healing journey. Your healing journey, Virgo, supports the collective healing journey. And it's it's I'm being guided to say it's been a rough road. Like, let's face it, it's been a rough road, and yet you are more brilliant than you know. You are more gifted than you know. You have so much more to offer yourself and the collective. Go for it. Go for it. Release and let go and go for it. Because this is your flower of life card. And it feels to me this is like, it feels that by the time summer, I know this is spring, Virgo, but I am feeling by the time the summer comes to an end and we're moving into autumn, there's going to be this, you're going to be amazed at the equilibrium and the balance that these next two seasons, spring and summer of 2021, are really going to bring into your life. And I'm feeling it's through your personal practices that support you in feeling balanced and grounded, not too in the head, really just non-attachment is what I'm hearing. Not attached to outcomes, just trusting the heart's desire and allowing all to flow from that space. This card is called the yin and yang, so it does speak about the spring really unifying the divine masculine and feminine energy, unifying within you to support your creative inner child to come out and play and to lead the way. Simple is best, is what I just heard. It says, sit quietly with your eyes closed. Breathe slowly and deeply. In your mind's eye, imagine a yin and yang symbol representing two opposing yet complementary forces. Something that's found throughout all of nature. Yin is often symbolized as water or earth and is considered the receptive feminine force. Yang is symbolized by fire or wind and is the creative masculine force. While opposites, they are not absolutes. Nothing can exist in our physical plane without its opposite, and neither part is superior to the other. Allow this image to move through your entire center where you feel at one and at peace with your whole being. You are everything. So let's see what crystal for Virgo. And we've got fluorite again. And this came through for one of the fire signs as well. Healing, intuitive gifts, personal spiritual practices. I feel like this stone supports you with all of those and opening up more of your psychic gifts and abilities. Because you are receiving, as was indicated through my right ear, going off the rails, and yet in order to actually that message to produce energy, if you will, in your experience, it must be plugged in, connected to Mother Earth, and then the power can flow from that. This particular fluorite has a lot of green in it, so I am really just feeling that this is an incredibly healing time this spring, and that your deeper healing supports your expansion of your gifts. So Virgo, I trust that those messages resonate with you at any now moment you are connecting with them. Thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to this page and this channel. So thank you. And now we are moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn, creative Capricorns. So let's see what your messages are for spring 2020, Capricorn. I'm starting at 434 for you, and so I'm feeling this master energy as well as this need to honor your physical body. Pay attention to what is going on. The first card out for you is the search. So it feels like for some of you, and well, what I'm feeling is some of you are outside of yourself for answers. You know, um, perhaps even coming here to connect with this video is the same thing. And yet what I'm feeling is that you already have all of your answers and they flow from within. And perhaps it's time to clarify, clear your space so you can actually listen within. If you do not create space in your life for you to listen and receive, it's going to be really hard to receive what is there for you, to call forth the answers that you already know. Being a six, this is really talking about, that Virgo energy. And it was said to Taurus as well. I feel that there's a need for you here, Capricorn, to be a little more flexible in, the way you go about your daily life and your routine. Allow for some flexibility because it's almost like the rigid schedule that you have got yourself on is really got you spinning your wheels and lost in the density. Okay, so getting out to nature, getting out to, getting out to nature, reestablishing your connection with the earth is it's almost like I am going like this, instant clarity. And it feels like you're feeling lost and confused with respect to your path of service, what you're here to do. And what immediately comes in is you already know. You already know. It's not hard. It's meant to be simple. Follow the path of least resistance. Follow the path that brings you the most joy. Because you're overanalyzing and trying to be so rigid about things is actually stopping your flow. It's like, a beaver building a dam in a stream and it just stops the flow full stop. Because you're really being guided to make some changes and to step into this energy of being the emerald goddess, fertile. Lots to be born through you, lots of gifts you have to offer, lots of love you have to share, and wisdom. And yet when you continue to search outside of yourself, or they're saying when you compare yourself to another and how they create, you are holding yourself back. And so, this spring for you, Capricorn, is about changes. What changes are you being asked to make in your daily life? And perhaps you're being asked to, oftentimes when we're being asked to release and let something go, it's because something else wants to come in. And what I'm feeling for you, Capricorn, is you would do better if you need to have a schedule at all, if you need to have a rigid schedule, make sure that it's about your spiritual essence, about devotional practices, your physical body. So how you're fueling your body, prayer and meditation, consistent bedtimes and rise times, and work with the energy of the sun this month. And while the sun is up, getting out and connecting with Mother Earth. Because there is a lot of abundance around you. And I do feel, though, that there's this healing that's taking place below your heart right now. It encompasses your heart. So your heart and your right down to your root there is a need for clearing the density from the 3D experiences, the experiences of being human. So everything below the heart, that's what I'm seeing and feeling. And then when you begin to clear that, it's like reaching up and welcoming in the support that flows to you and through you. Breathe it in as you clear what is wanting to be cleared out of your experience, which is density, which has got this feeling of stagnancy to it. So let's see what your higher self wants to say and share with you, Capricorn. There it is. Oh, the violet flame. That's so perfect. Transmutation. Call on Saint Germain at this time, especially if you are feeling blocked. And let's, allow Saint Germain to support you with the violet flame burning away. And I really feel like the Libra full moon for you, or any full moon when you're receiving this, and perhaps all the full moons through the spring. So Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Really connecting with these moons and doing ceremonial work. So clearing work, working with the violet flame and Saint Germain, as well as working with the element of fire to clean away. What they're saying to me, it supports new growth. So something has, sometimes a forest, it needs to burn in order for the seeds to open up and birth new life. This is what it feels like in your experience too. And I feel like your psychic gifts are on point, Capricorn. And it's like you're being asked to pay attention. Pay attention to the purity of your heart. Pay attention to the purity of your heart and follow the guidance from this space. Healing solar plexus, and again, purity of your heart. Remember who you are. And every day is an opportunity for a fresh start. Don't be a prisoner of your past or a prisoner of your future that is not yet here. Live in the moment, because all resides here in this moment. This card says, remember. We have forgotten what it's like to truly feel. Sometimes we mistake any depth of feeling for sadness, any sense of the unknown for fear, and any sense of peace for boredom. Accept your remembrance, your awakening, and let it blossom within you. Allow it to enlighten and illuminate your magical inner world, giving direct access to your expanded presence through a greater perception of oneness. There was and is a time when self, soul, and world were one. When you lived in peace with yourself and the world around you. The memory is there in your heart, your cells, deep inside, underneath what you think is real. Sit quietly, take a deep breath, go within, and whisper to yourself, remember, remember, remember. Remember who you are, Capricorn. Creative Capricorn. I look up to my Capricorn friends and families. I love their ability to create gifts, and we've got the crows flying by. So the magical mystery ride, enjoy it, Capricorn. Did I pull you a? No, I didn't. So let's see what crystal wants to come through for Capricorn. Ah, perfect. Citrine. We've got citrine, the stone of abundance, which lines up nicely with that fertility card, as well as the solar plexus, getting outside, reigniting your inner fire, welcoming in the abundance that is your birthright. Stop looking outside of yourself. Go within, go deeper into your human experience and reach for the gift and call it forth. Call it forth. All right, my lovely earth signs, I wish you an abundantly blessed spring, a time of planting seeds and nurturing them. It was a delight to connect with you today. Let me know down below how you felt, and if you feel guided to work with me throughout the month of March in particular, those 3 offerings are available until March 31st. So until next time, my fellow earth signs, I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you, thank you.